Okay, guys, listen up, please. Now, we are 5 games away from the end of this season, and if you win all 5 of those games, you'll be champions. Now, we've had a little bit of a rough patch, but I've assured the Queen that we're past that now, so don't go out there and make me look stupid. Let's win these games, eh? Oh, and Bursik, we had a bid for 15 million from some Saudi Arabian club, but I rejected it for you. Yeah, I know, it was random, especially in April. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Queen of the South. It's Season 9, Episode 15 today, and the title race really is heating up. There are 5 games to go even, and today we're facing Motherwell and Hearts in the first games post-split. Now, there's a little bit to catch you up on since last episode, but the excellent news is that in the next-gen top 50, Alexi Alvarez came in second. Now, I'm actually thinking he's probably quite unlucky not to have come in first, given that the guy that won had an average match rating of 6.85. I mean, he's good. We've given him a scout, but I would prefer to have Alvarez, if I'm honest. Alvarez had a better average rating, same amount of goals, maybe less assists from less games played. So, yeah, I'm very proud of him, but equally thinking that he possibly could have done better. Now, I did post on the Discord, we actually had 4 players in the top 50, and we had like 2 and 3 in the top 10 or something. It was really good. We've got a lot of good young players at this club. Now, we are going to add another good young player in the summer, and that is this guy, Muraru Mihai. He is Romanian. He has 3 caps. He is 19, and we've triggered a release fee of 2.8 million. Now, we're signing him without a work permit. The plan for him is similar to what it was with our Norwegian midfielder. We'll send him out on loan for 6 months or whatever, get him his work permit, and then we'll bring him back. My plan for him is to play as sort of like the backup, hopefully eventually to overtake Mashagi as sort of that deep lying midfielder, and then we can sort of move. Razayev is very much sort of a third choice in that position anyway, or certainly I'd like him to be. So yeah, so he's going to come in and hopefully do a good job for us next season. We beat out Paris Saint-Germain. We're interested in him. So as soon as I saw that they were interested and there was a release fee, we just got it done. We'll figure out a work permit later. I think he's going to be very, very good. Now, that is that. Now, there are some games to catch you up on as well, obviously, after our disappointing exit from Europe last episode. We had 3 games in the league. The first one was against a very good Hibernian side. So let's see how we did against them. We took the lead early in the second half when Ianu crossed for Celino, before Trevusio picked up a loose pass and crossed for Celino to seal the points. So, if I'm brutally honest, it was 2 errors from them that gave us the goals, but we defended well. Despite Leshy's match rating, we kept a clean sheet, and Celtic and Rangers have struggled to beat Hearts, so 2-0, I'd say it flatters us, but we were pretty solid as well, which was excellent. Next game was a tough one as well. It was against Motherwell, who I think in the league were 5th or 6th at the time, and obviously made the split because we're playing them today, so let's see how we did against them. We had the perfect start after Ayrton crossed for Celino. Motherwell pulled level. Before Walker restored our lead. So this was sort of the opposite almost of the Hibs game. This game was a lot closer than it should have been. We should have been long gone into the distance. You can see we had a goal disallowed for offside, I think it was, for Angus, which could have put us 2-0 up. But Celino now has 2 and 3. And again, we did play quite well. Walker coming off the bench, not coming off the bench, but coming up from the back, I should say, and scoring against his former team, of course. And yeah, club captain, man of the match, excellent performance from him. So 2 very good results. Next up, it was struggling Hamilton. So let's see if we can continue the good times against them. Angus gave us an early lead. Celino's block shot was turned in by Angus for his second. Ayrton crossed for Celino to make it 3-0. Before Angus completed a first half hat-trick. And Johnson came off the bench to make it 5 in the second half. So a fantastic first half promise here. Second half, we kind of went through the motions a little bit. Angus with a hat-trick. Celino, he got another goal, continued his goal-scoring ways. He should have had a hat-trick, though. I actually subbed him off. The reason that Johnson came on was because I just got the shits with him. So I took him off, even though he technically played well. Yeah, so again, a really good performance. Razayev got a game in midfield. Mashagi has a booking. Is a booking away from a suspension. Now, I didn't know what the order was going to be of the post-split games, so what I didn't want for him is against Hamilton, who I thought we would be able to beat, pick up a booking in that, and then miss a big game against Rangers or Celtic. Now, you can kind of see the way that the games are shaping up there. So it's Hearts and Motherwell today, Rangers at home and Hibs away, and then the final day of the season, we host Celtic. So the league table, Celtic and I should say, have guaranteed ourselves European football, but of course it's Champions League that we're after. We have managed to cut down, you can see the goal difference, and that is in no small part thanks to Rangers 6, Celtic 1. So that did us a big favour, and then obviously the good result against Hamilton, we've cut that gap down to 4. So a 2-0 win now against them when we play them on the final day, or the other things being equal, would turn the goal difference around. So it's going okay, it's even. Rangers are still there, but not really. So it's between ourselves and Celtic, but today we have arguably what's supposed to be the two of the easier games in Hearts and Motherwell. So let's go and see what we're doing. And the first game is against Hearts. We are away from home. We're expecting a 4-2-3-1 formation from them. And this is the team that we're sending out, except it's not because Bermudez is injured on the bench. So we need to make a change. And that change will be... Let's put Diaz on the bench, I think. All right, so now one thing you will notice, a lot of wanteds. We are going to have a very big job this summer trying to keep everybody at this club because a lot of, as I say, well, you can see there, a lot of players are wanted. So Bursic goes in goal. We had a £15 million bid from Al Nassr, I think it was, for him. Yeah, Al Nassr, I don't know where it came from. I don't really want to sell him, and I certainly don't want to sell him until we get a decent replacement in it, and I'm still not convinced that Perez is that man. I'm actually considering selling him. If we can get 7 million, if we're lucky for him, I'd like to reinvest that money, I think, in maybe a better goalkeeper. But anyway, Hansen, Toro, Leshy, and Ayrton will be the rest of the back four. Bruno, Mashagi, and Alvarez. Santos is the number 10 with Angus and Celino in front of him. Now, one thing we have got the benefit of being out of all the other competitions is that we have no need to rotate. We can play our strongest team every time, and that is obviously a big bonus for us. It's a bit, with the team actual lineup there's a bit weird. I'm not quite sure why it looks that way. But anyway, we can see their team there. Mick Team is someone who has scored a lot of goals against us in the past. Anthony Gordon, of course, is rapidly becoming this series' Ap Gareth. But I think we're going to say take the pressure off, and that one, yeah, what I've done in team talks to turn things around the last 3 games is just take the pressure off. Now, that's typically what I have, or what I do say. Now, my working theory on this is that because we've got a young team, maybe that's the way you get the best out of young players. Now, let me know if you guys have found this as well. I'm thinking I may have sort of stumbled across something here that is useful in the game to know. Young team, take the pressure off because they're going to be, they're going to feel pressure more perhaps. But anyway, it's worked so far the last few games. Let's hope it continues here now as well. Now, I should have mentioned this off the top. We have a Brazilian international at the club now. Ayrton made his Brazil debut. So, in a way, that's offside, isn't it? I hope Ayrton may have played him on, actually. Ref, if you want to do us a favour, that'd be wonderful. This is close. This is very close. Ayrton at the back post here. Has he played? No, he's not. He's fine. He is offside. The centre 2 played it well, and nothing to worry about there. But yeah, Ayrton, a Brazil international, that's not doing anything to help our cause in trying to keep him at the club. And as I said an episode or 2 ago, Celtic 2-0 up over Rangers. We really could have done with Rangers doing us a bit of a favour there. As I said previously, we're not selling our best players. Now Celino's in here. He's had a good first touch to get away from the defence. And Celino, just recently, we've seen him score goals, some nice goals with his head from crosses. But when he's getting played through the middle there, he's finishing as, well, it's been poor, to be honest. He's not taking chances at all. But we'll see how we go here. Here we go with Hansen. This is the sort of stuff Celino likes. Oh, and it's a good block, to be fair. Ayrton picks it up. And Angus now stands over a free kick. He scored one from almost that exact, well, not blade of grass because it's a different stadium, but from that exact spot. But not to be on this occasion. We can see the other scores there. Hibs are beating Motherwell. And yeah, oh, is it a YouTube curse that we have? All right, come on, Anton. Come on, boys. Let's get a goal here, please. Johnny Angus. Back for Bruno. Ayrton getting forward. But yeah, I'm not going to sell Ayrton. I mean, I'm almost at the point where it doesn't really matter if it's £100 million bid. I suspect the board at that point might make a move. Leshy, oh, you've keep him out there, Leshy. Well done, mate. Excellent defending. The reason being is that I don't think we could sign a better right back. If he's not the best right back in the world, he's certainly, I'm going to say, top 5. I mean, he's really, really good. And he's done well again there. And so there's no point in selling him for the money because we can't replace him. And there's a good ball. It's Celino. Has he done that on purpose? Luis Celino, number 18 of the season. I think he's done like a back heel flick. Or a back to goal hill. I don't know what you call it. Let's have a look here. It may have been completely coincidental and it's just bounced off defenders into him. But this is what he is good at. Ayrton with the ball in. Oh no, the defenders just cleared it into him. I'm giving Celino way too much credit there. He knew absolutely nothing about that one. But it's 1-0 nonetheless. All right. Let's give them some praise. And we'll take that little bit of luck, won't we? Now, what we don't want to do is give that goal back to them. We don't. Shaggy with the header there. Bruno, can he stop the cross coming in? It's Gordon again. Oh, I'm going to stop calling it. Just call him App Gordon, I think. If you don't know what I'm referencing, it's the Barlatown, the first ever time we did an Impossible Dream in Wales with Barlatown. And it's a long story. What am I doing? Dressing room. Yeah, it's a long story. I think you probably explained it a little bit here and there, but basically I signed someone because he scored against us and then I put him in prison. It's the gist of it. And yeah, App Gordon is very, very close to getting a similar fate. All right, let's go back off of attacking just to positive. We don't need to be attacking them. We just need to be defending properly. Alvarez is having a poor game, which is completely unlike him. The midfield in general isn't having a great game, so I wonder if we take it off, exploit the middle, and maybe just look to get a little bit more width in, see if that works. If all three of them aren't playing particularly well, that's Celtic are 4-0 up. They're getting revenge for that 6-1, aren't they? And well, Rangers have got one back, and then Celtic have made it 5-1. Are they going to get a 6-1 reverse? Oh, it's a good header, and it's Alvarez. He's not having a bad game anymore. It's his 5th of the season. And the next gen, number 2, has given us the second goal. Oh, it's a good header, isn't it? I don't know what his heading ability is like, but running forward, attacking it, glancing header. Jumping reach of 10, heading of 8. Looked a little bit better than that there, didn't he? Let's give them some praise now. All we need is the 3 points. The goal difference, it hopefully won't matter. We just need to make sure that when Celtic slip up, we're taking advantage. And if they don't slip up, then we'll just have to go beat them on the final day, won't we? Reminder, we are looking for our Viewers Player of the Year nominations. We will obviously be voting on that next episode. So your favourite player or who you think has been our best player this season, let me know. And we'll get that list together. Thank you everybody who has nominated already. You can nominate more than one player as well. That's not really what we wanted, is it? And just as it looked comfortable, it gets a little bit nervy again. And it's a little bit like the Motherwell goal that they scored against us, in that there's not too much you can do to defend that. I mean, Hansen could maybe be a little bit closer, but Toro's across. It's just one of those strikes that you just kind of have to hold your hand up and say, try that again. I bet you couldn't do that again. Let's demand more. Oh, dear. Don't. Oh, dear. It's okay for now. Can we get that clear, please? Is that offside? It's out of play. All right. We might need to give him a focus. Let's go and momentarily close this down here. just make sure that everybody is just doing defensive duties first. We might even just drop Mashagi. Now, he's going to have a suspension coming up. I believe that is fine because we can bring Razayev in. And what are we, at home to Motherwell? Was that what was next? I think it was at home, wasn't it? So that's a game that I would like to think we can win. So, and as I've said before, Razayev is a good player. He's a sort of a coach's favourite. He just gets the job done. And speaking of getting the job done, 2-1. We've got it done at, I've gone blank. What's the stadium called? Tynecastle. So there are the other results today. Celtic did get the 6-1 reverse, and that has, unfortunately, really done their goal difference a lot of good. So Queen of the South secure victory at Tynecastle. We've got an update there on Santos. He is, well, he hasn't got too much to improve. 20 games unbeaten now they are at home. And then we go into some scouting reports. Guys, wait right there. It is the second game of the episode up next. It's Motherwell. They are currently sitting 6th. But as we've seen there from Celtic, we cannot afford any slip-ups. Okay, welcome back. We're getting ready to face Motherwell. Now, a couple of things. Al Nassr apparently really like our players because they've just put a 10 million bid in for Santos. We have rejected that because, as I said during the game, I think Santos is a very decent player that has a future with us, I believe, at 25 as well. He's just that little bit older, so that helps with mentoring and whatnot. And the other thing is that now Mashagi, apparently his booking is for then that suspension doesn't come into play straight away. It comes in for the Rangers game, wouldn't you know it? So that is really, really frustrating and annoying because if I'd known that, obviously I wouldn't have played him. But yeah, obviously the rules in Scotland are a little bit different to what I was expecting them to be. But we are about to face Motherwell at home against the team that is 6th in the top 6 group. So this is a game we really do need to win, isn't it? We're expecting a 4-3-3 from them. The team we're sending out, it's Bursic in goal. It's Hansen, Toro, Leshy and Ayrton. Bruno, we're going to give Razayev a game here just because his match sharpness is going down a little bit. The downside, of course, to not having to rotate the squad is that those that aren't playing, their match sharpness drops away. So we'll give Razayev a game here. A game we should be able to win with him in there. Alvarez, of course, will continue on to the other midfielder. Santos in behind Angus and Celino. And yeah, just no slip-ups, please. All right, so we can see the team sheets there. There is a couple of good players. Hungbo got their stunning goal that from us against us last time. Moffat is a decent player. This guy's a decent player. I've tripped over that name already. Mocktree. Devine, we know, is decent. Robbie Gotts isn't too bad. So there's some decent players in there, but I mean, we should be able to see them off at home, especially. But it was only 2-1 when we played them, what, two games ago, I think it was. All right, and here we go. Now, if you're wondering about Baba Adu, I mean, he's not out of favour or anything. The reason that I'm not playing him is that, well, I want Ianu on the bench so he can cover centre-back and right-back at the same time. But because Baba Adu is a bit younger than the other centre-backs as well, with the exception of Toro, he can play in the under-18, so he's getting his game time that way. So he'll still develop, and yeah, and we can get Toro and Leshy with a bit of a partnership going. Celtic already have the leads away to Hibs. That potentially is a banana skin for them. And they're showing no signs of slipping on it, are they? While we're not really showing signs of much ourselves. Alright, well, let's not panic. Let's just try demand more. We've got Razayev looking nervous, which is going to be the worry, isn't it? I wonder if we go with Andy Irving. He's not on the bench for this one. I've got Mashagi on the bench, so we might have to make that change at half-time. There's absolutely nothing happening here, so let's just try upping the pace a bit. Celtic are 2-0 up. Excellent. And we've not had a highlight. All right, well, that's about as well as that could have gone then, isn't it? All right, let's... I don't think we want to put pressure on them, do we? The pressure's off here. Just go out there, do your thing. The result will take care of itself. We'll give Razayev 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and see if he starts the second half any good. He's not necessarily playing badly. It's just the nervousness, isn't it? And, oh, don't do this to me. And we are 1-0 down at home to Motherwell. All right, we'll give it a demand more. I mean, it's a good free kick, isn't it? We don't know, of course, what sort of free kick it was that was given away. All right, Bruno for Bayless. We can make that change. We've got a corner. Santos to take. Can we find a head? It's Leshy. Oh, Leshy's put it over the top. Better, though. Celino's not having a great game. So let's bring on Diaz for him. The reason I'm bringing on Diaz is because my head is thinking, I wonder if we need to change the shape here. Angus has done really well. Bursic gets it forward, looking for Bayless. Bayless does brilliantly. Santos to Angus. We're keeping possession well here. Now, can we keep it coming forward? Edson, he's got space in front of him. Run into it, mate. Run into it. He's done well. Oh, and then he's given it away. Leshy covers in behind nicely. Ayrton for Santos. It's a bit of a long, scrappy highlight so far. Toro. He gets it wide for Hansen. That's a nice pass, spreading the play. Can Hansen whip across him now? He's got a decent cross on him. There it is. Celino. Off the field, mate. Get Diaz on. That is a shocker. Diaz is looking nervous. It's one of these games again, and they're just happening too often where we are dominating the game. Oh, it's back to 3-2. And Suljic has scored. Name from the past there. Go on, Bekir. Take points off him. All right, let me think about what we do here. All right, we've only got one more sub that we can make. So what we're going to do is change the shape, but keep the players the same. So Angus is an inside forward. Bayless can play as a winger. Razayev and Alvarez in midfield. Diaz will go as the lone striker up top. And what we might look to do, we did see that there was width out there to be exploited. So we might look to do that. And hope that a change of shape just maybe catches them out. Come on, please don't do this to me. Angus over a free kick. It's back post. It's Leshy, and Leshy can't keep it down either. I wonder if we need a calm down shout. Just relax, guys. Alvarez is not having a good game. Okay, you know what we can do? We can drop Bayless back in. Eddie Johnson can go out there. You can go as another inside forward. We've got the overlapping. Let's make them wing backs because what have we got to lose? And maybe we give it a no pressure shout. That's not worked, has it? Oh, I can't believe this. Can we give them one last berating? Just give me a highlight or something. Can we get it up the other end? It's hacked clear. Time is up. And it's a good free kick, but it's... Well, with goal difference going against us as well. Celtic already having played Rangers. It's a result that may have just cost us the title. And look at the... How we keep losing in these games. So there is hope because in the 93rd minute, Suljic has completed a hat-trick and it's 3-3 at Easter Road. So Suljic, oh, what a player. Always was a favourite of mine. But we have gone down. I mean, the frustrating part of that is if we had got the result we should have got, then we would have been looking very, very decent for the league. But we didn't get it, but we got away with it again. The only thing I can think of is just young team, inconsistent, and that's why we... But it's not like we're playing badly. We just... And we're doing chance conversion training before you all say that. We have been doing it. I just don't know. But we've got away with it. The title race is still alive for us. If we beat Celtic, we will win the league. But that is all for next time. Well, actually, that's not for next time. Next time it is Rangers and Hibs. And, well, we just saw what Hibs could do to Celtic. So away from home, that's going to be tricky. Rangers at home is always going to be tricky. Don't forget, of course, to nominate your Viewers Player of the Year. We will be voting on that next time. And, well, we'll find out next episode if the league goes down to the final day or not. Take care.